We had a terrible weekly close on Bitcoin and people were expecting a lot more, but we had a bad weekly close. And now some big accounts are coming out and they're saying that there could be a catastrophic event in 7 hours. I saw 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗏's account which said charts are cooked, in my humble opinion. I would not be surprised if a sudden news would spook the markets in the next 12 hours. So people are talking about this catastrophic event. Now I'm going to look at what can be the catastrophic event that everyone is talking about. I don't think it's anything to worry about, but we'll look at it anyway. The other thing I want to look at is there were rumors this weekend that China may be back in the game. A lot of big accounts are talking about the fact that China may be coming back into crypto. Is it true? Well, I'm going to show you the facts when it comes down to it. I'm going to show you exactly what the facts are, and then we'll decide if China's coming back into crypto or not, whether we should get excited or whether this is just nothing burger. All right, let's go, guys. Monday, let's go. Another sideways Monday. Listen, if you're here, congratulations, because you guys are, if you're here and you're watching crypto content, you guys are of the last few people left that are actually watching crypto content, that are still here each and every day. And I know from being here in previous bull markets, bear markets, sideways markets, it's the people that can do the work when everybody else has capitulated. Those are the ones that actually get rewarded. I've seen it 1,000,001 times. And I know how hard it is to be in crypto every single day when the prices are moving sideways. The prices are just moving sideways. I actually tweeted about it the other day and I said, look, if you look at the charts, we are sideways now for 173 days. I tweeted saying, I deserve a medal because I made content for 173 days of Bitcoin moving in this crazy, stupid range. But this is what the market is trying to do. The market is trying to get you out. And I remember this from bear markets. I remember this actually from this period, this summer period in previous bull markets, where I actually thought the market's never, ever going to recover again. And that is the difference between the good people and the bad people. It's the people that are willing to stay in the market when everybody else drops out. That's the people that actually make it. It's not only in crypto. It's like if you think about starting a business, and you think about what they call the J curve. The J curve is when you start a business and then the chart goes down, and then eventually it turns and then it goes up, and that's when you become successful. That's called the hockey stick curve or the J curve. Now, when you go down, most people can't handle that down pressure. And only at the very, very, very end, the charts turn. But by that time, most people who aren't real entrepreneurs or not real champions, have actually dropped out. And the people that make it beyond the turning point, up through the hockey stick, those are the champions, those are the entrepreneurs, those are the ones that go on to do big things. And I think this is a very similar situation. Most people are dropping out, dropping like flies. I'm doing my best to be here each and every day, bringing you crypto love and crypto wisdom, and to keep you guys engaged, to keep you guys in the game, I'm doing my best here. I really am doing my best here. So if you like that, smash the like button. Let's get the likes out there. Let's try and get more people on the journey. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Let's talk about what's actually happening in the market. I actually did say to you guys that the weekly close was, I suppose, quite horrible. We did have a little bit of a pump to 60,000. I wasn't getting excited because I know that the problem with these weekend pumps is that there's no liquidity. There is zero liquidity in the markets right now. I saw a tweet here saying that Bitcoin weekday versus weekend volume is at an all-time low. Basically, people have given up on trading. People aren't trading the crypto markets anymore. I don't blame them. What do you want to do when the market's 157 days of sideways movement? And on top of that, whilst this market is 157 days of sideways movement, you've got the NASDAQ responding to every little thing. Now, I thought that crypto was the one that was supposed to be the exciting market. Turns out NASDAQ is more exciting. Fuck, even gold's more exciting nowadays. Even gold is more exciting nowadays. But as I said to you, this is the market trying to shake you out. Shakeouts are not always about price. Sometimes they are about boredom, capitulation, sideways and downward movement. You just have to stay in the game. The idea now is just to stay in the game, despite what Bitcoin does. As you can see, Bitcoin Closed. Are you okay there? Oh, good. Are you staying in the game?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, good.
Very hard, but I am.
Good. Very hard to stay in the game, eh? So, you had Bitcoin close below the bull market support bands for another week. As I said, weekend volume at an all-time low. Fear and greed. Look at this. Fear and greed is actually at like a cycle low, pretty much. 28. It was, okay, last week was 25, but we're pretty much hovering around the cycle lows for fear and greed. I don't think that it's about fear. I think it's just about people giving up. I see a lot of people are short. There's a lot of people are short right now. Bitcoin is heavily shorted. Don't know why, but both Fefe and Zoran are calling for a biggest capitulation event in a couple of hours. And I looked around to find out what these capitulation events can be. I'll talk about what they could be. I don't think there's anything to worry about, but we'll talk about what they could be, what these capitulations could be. I think the main thing is that you've got to stay in the game, specifically because this market is trying to get you out. That's what the game is about, is actually just staying alive right now. The market is trying to get you out. I tweeted about this on the weekend, and I saw that 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗧 tweeted something similar. He said, I've been in crypto since 2015. I can't remember a time where crypto has been this boring. 2,600 people liked that tweet, which means that obviously that resonated with a lot of people. 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗧 said, let's see when he tweeted it. I tweeted it August 18th. He went in August 19th. He said, as much as I love crypto, I need to be honest and say that I've been here since 2012 and I don't remember a time it was ever this boring. This is brutal. It's the boredom that's killing us, specifically when things like the NASDAQ, which are the stock markets are supposed to be the boring ones. They are the ones that are running while crypto is not running. That's the part that's killing us. And I think that is what's bringing the sentiment down. I don't think it's as much fear as the fact that there's just no one left here. There's no liquidity. The problem is there is zero liquidity, specifically on weekends. That's why I don't trust the weekend pumps anymore, because there's no volume, buyers, people to keep the market up, because no one's interested anymore. Everyone has been flushed out. And that's why I say, what you got to do is just got to survive this. Survive this and they'll call you lucky. That's what it is. Survive this and they will call you lucky. That is what they say here. I have a friend, his name is Lucky. I don't know if he survived this, but I'm going to call him Lucky anyway because his name is Lucky. It's a true story. It's a true story. In South Africa, the name Lucky is like, it's common. It's quite common. Someone says, we survived the longest bear market ever. Now give us the longest bull market. I think we deserve the longest bull market. There's no doubt about that. Your only job is to control your emotions and hold through all the noise, or your only job is pretty much to do nothing. That's all you got to do. You have to do nothing. That's it. As I said, trade plan for the week, TLDR, do nothing and wait. That is what you have to do, because I know a lot of us are looking for dopamine. Problem is that when you get the dopamine, the problem is that when you look for dopamine, you do stupid things, you take excessive leverage, you trade stupid meme coins, and then you're going to get wiped out when your only job now is to survive the sideways so that you can actually enjoy the bull market. That's pretty much what your only job is. I know it's hard, but you have to keep your eyes on the big picture, and I'm going to try and show you the big picture again. ETFs keep buying. Elections are coming soon. Funding is negative. That's how bearish people are. Stocks are pushing all-time high. There's a catch-up trade. All-time Bitcoin low on exchanges. Total leverage in the market at lows. Global money supply increasing. Fed cutting in September. I could keep going. I know that it's all... I know that this is all... we know this, but sometimes you need to be reminded. We need to remember that the cycles are always exactly the same. This is not normal. We also need to be reminded that we are in a global liquidity cycle. And the global liquidity is increasing. And as the global liquidity is increasing, Bitcoin will increase. I know it doesn't feel like it now because we're in that end of summer lull, which is normal, but it is going to happen. It happens every single time. And every year, when I think it's not going to happen, it catches me by surprise. I remember when we did the sell in May and go away videos, and I said to you, every year I said sell in May and go away, and every year I don't go in sell in May. This is why. Not because prices go down, but because we almost get capitulated out of the market. We almost capitulate out of the market. The reality is, though, this is normal. If you look at August and September, traditionally the worst months for Bitcoin, not good months for Bitcoin. You just have to survive August and September, and then you have to reap the rewards of what Q4 is going to bring. That is what Q4 brings. So my message today is, listen, guys, you got two options. You can quit like everybody else, or you can be the guys that actually stay in the market. If you stay in the market, you keep your eyes on the ball, you keep doing research, you keep investing when you see dips, you will be rewarded. And the reward is not very far away. The reward, by all measures that we are looking at the moment, starts in Q4. Q4 is around the corner, guys. It's Q4 is October, November, December. We're around the corner. We're 6 weeks away from Q4. You need to survive another 6 weeks. You need to survive another 6 weeks. That is it. Anyway, let's look at what else is happening on the macro market. So Powell is speaking this week, but it's not an FOMC. He is speaking at a place called Jackson Hole. Okay, that's where Powell's speaking. Now, for the record, 70% of the time when Powell speaks at Jackson Hole, that is a bullish event. So 70% of the time, markets go up after Jackson Hole. Let's hope that this is going to be the same. I know what you're thinking, because I'm thinking the same thing. Doesn't really matter what Powell does, Bitcoin ain't going to move. Powell's bullish, Bitcoin doesn't move. Powell's bearish, Bitcoin doesn't move. Bitcoin has become so disconnected from the macro. That's part of what's demotivating us, because you got the NASDAQ flying, and you kind of know, honestly, I'll tell you what I did this weekend. It was crazy. I was looking. I'm obsessed with content, so I went to a new channel. It's called 値Trades, and I was like so envious because she's trading the QQQ, the NASDAQ, and I'm like, fuck, she's having more fun than we're having in crypto. She's having more fun in NASDAQ than we're having in crypto, which is weird. It's never been like that. Anyway, Powell speaking at Jackson Hole. Remember, he's speaking this week, and then there's no FOMC this month because the Fed's on vacation. And then we have another FOMC, which is happening in 18th of September. And there's a 73.5% chance that that there's going to be a rate cut. Now, between Jackson Hole and it's not Jackson's Hole, it's Jackson Hole. Okay, it's not Jackson's Hole. Okay, it's Jackson Hole. So don't get them confused. Yeah, don't get Jackson's Hole and Jackson Hole confused. Two different places. Yeah, one is apparently very dark. Anyway, guys, focus. It's a crypto show. Anyway, now somebody's made a meme coin on pump.fun called Jackson's Hole. I bet you if you go to pump.fun now, go and look, and you'll find that someone on pump.fun has made a meme coin called Jackson's Hole, where Powell will be speaking this weekend. I hope he's not speaking there. Anyway, back to crypto. Enough about Jackson's Hole. Where were we? Okay, so there's no FOMC this month because the Fed's on holiday. And between now and the FOMC, and in fact, now in the next 48 hours, something's going to happen. What is going to happen, and people aren't paying attention, and you need to pay attention, is that the US Bureau of Labor Statistics is going to revise the preliminary estimation of non-farm payrolls data for July, and they are predicting that the numbers are going to end up anywhere from minus 600 to minus 1 million, which means that the job numbers that they stated were wrong, and that unemployment is a lot worse than they led us to believe. So, they have been revising numbers a long time, but they're going to revise the numbers in such a way people believe that they're going to revise the numbers to show that what we thought the unemployment was and what the unemployment actually was are two completely different things. Okay, it's a mistake. They're revising the numbers. The issue is that, as the Fed said before, this is from Zero Hedge, he said, on Wednesday, the Bureau of Labor Statistics will revise the job numbers for April to March up by 1 million. This means that all the beats that were recorded in the past year will be misses. And the US job market is in far worse shape than we admit. Now remember, the Fed's juggling inflation and unemployment. Up until now, they've been trying to reduce inflation by cutting spend and by increasing rates, cutting liquidity. Now the job market's breaking. And as the Fed speakers, namely Kashkari, said, weaker job markets should open the door to September rate cut. Kashkari said the balance of risks have shifted more towards the labor market and away from inflation side of our dual mandate. So now they're talking about labor. And now, in the next 48 hours, they're going to publish this thing. And when they publish this thing, we're going to realize the jobs were way more. And I believe that as soon as that happens, we're going to get the odds of a 25 basis point rate cut, well, probably the odds of a 50 basis point rate cut actually increasing. Although I stick to my guns and I say that there's no way in the world that Powell decreases the rates by more than 25 basis points. I just cannot see it happening. It's almost impossible. There's no way he's going to go from not cutting to cutting twice. Thank you. Powell pumps Jackson's hole. Oh my God, this chat has gone out of control. Chat's gone out of control. Let me know if you've been to Jackson's Hole before. I haven't. Never visited. They heard it's a dark place. Yeah, let me know. Concentrate on the right hole. No, it's not. And this chat's gone crazy. Rand loves Kamala Harris. We'll talk about Kamala Harris later. All right, let's talk about the other rumor that is in crypto. I mean, huge rumor. Big, if true. China will unban crypto in the coming days, following pressure from crypto policies in US election. Do you really believe that headline?
I don't. No.
They should be ashamed of themselves for publishing something like that. Let me okay, I wasn't even following them. China is going to unban crypto. Is this the chop before we pop? Do you believe that?
No.
Do you believe that China is going to unban crypto? Oh. Capo. Who's this guy? This is a different Capo. China will unban Bitcoin in the next couple of days. Okay, so you heard it here first. China is not unbanning Bitcoin and unbanning crypto at all. It's not happening. Not now. Not now. How do I know this? Because I know where the rumor happened. Look at when all these posts happened. They all happened August 18th, 2024, and then they all August 19th, 2024, and August 19th, 2024. This came from Justin Sun saying, China unbans crypto. What's the best meme for this? Okay? That was Justin Sun. And here, the key to dropping memes on Tron, Chinese people will ape into them. So people then read Justin Sun's tweets and thought, hold on a second, maybe Justin Sun knows something we don't. And maybe because Justin Sun is Chinese, he knows that China is unbanning crypto in the next 48 hours. Okay, listen. China's not unbanning crypto in the next 24 hours. The news outlets and people who tweet looking for clout are so desperately looking for something to report about that when they read this, I bet you, if you phone Blockchain Daily and you say to them, sources, who are your sources? They're going to say it was the Justin Sun tweet. That was the sources. It's bullshit. China is not unbanning crypto. China is not unbanning crypto. I can promise you that. And I mean, for this reason, policies in the US election. So I want to talk to you about two things. I want to talk to you about policies in the US election, and I want to talk to you about Justin Sun. Which one do you want to talk about first? Should we talk about Justin Sun or policies in the US election? Josh, what should we talk about? Policies in the US election or Justin Sun? Okay, let's talk about Justin Sun. Okay, so I told you it was the end of memes. Not the end of memes, but the end of the mania that is people launching billions and trillions and gazillions of memes like the one on Jackson's Hole. Anyway, I also know it's the end of a cycle when Justin Sun says he's getting into it. And Justin Sun has now got into, he's got like his own version. It's called Sun Pump. Sunpump.meme. It's like pump.fun, but on Tron. I imagine that. And now people who are so desperate to make money are now aping into memes on Tron. Memes on the Tron chain. Fuck the moon, we're going to the sun. That's what the guy says. I mean, this is crazy shit. I can't actually believe we're talking about it. Just bridged 200K to my Tron wallet to ape some more Tron gems. This is the cabal trying to rope you in so that they can squeeze the last drop out of you because they can't make money on you in the Solana meme coins anymore. I mean, I don't know. Memes on Tron, you think it's a thing? Do you think memes on Tron are a thing? Probably not. I mean, let me know in the chat what you think. Do you think that memes on Tron are a real thing? I don't think so. But anyway, you tell me what you think. Anyway, I promise you we'll talk about Kamala and we'll talk about US election policies. So she's been pretty quiet. She hasn't spoken about any of her election policies until she did speak. And when she did speak, the poly markets went much more. Now they've come slightly back, but the poly markets went back to 49.49. So it's like, listen, her best strategy was not to speak and let Donald Trump make mistakes. Instead, what did she do? She spoke. And when she spoke so much garbage. She spoke about, just listen to this. This is the craziest thing I've ever heard. Just remember, I just want to remind you, this was a speech made by the potential American president. America, for those of you who don't know, it's a land of capitalism. It's a land of the free. It's a land of opportunity. It's a land of entrepreneurship. America, the land of the free and opportunity. And this is the potential president.
As Attorney General in California, I went after companies that illegally increased prices, including wholesalers that inflated the price of prescription medication, and companies that conspired with competitors to keep prices of electronics high. I won more than $1 billion for consumers. So believe me, as president, I will go after the bad actors.
So blaming inflation on the bad actors.
And I will work to pass the first ever federal ban on price gauging on food. My plan will include new penalties for opportunistic companies that exploit crises and break the rules, and we will support
in America
smaller food businesses that are trying to play by the rules and get ahead. We will help the food industry become more competitive, because I believe competition is the lifeblood of our economy. More competition means lower prices.
So as she spoke, first time she's laid out any kind of policies, as she spoke, the odds started closing towards Trump. That's basically what happened. As she started to speak, that's what happened to the odds, you can say. And I mean, I like what J.D. Vance said. He said, giving Kamala control over the inflation policy is like giving Jeffrey Epstein control over the human trafficking policy.
Because the American people just don't buy the idea that Kamala Harris, who has been vice president for 3.5 years, is somehow going to tackle the inflation crisis in a way tomorrow that she hasn't for the past 1,300 days. Giving Kamala Harris control over inflation policy, Shannon, it's like giving Jeffrey Epstein control over human trafficking policy. The American people are much smarter than that. They don't buy the idea that Kamala Harris represents a fresh start. She is more of the same. It is doubling down on the failed policies of the Harris administration to give Kamala Harris a promotion rather than to fire her, which is what I think most Americans are going to do on November.
So that's what J.D. Vance said. Also this weekend there were not rumors, but there was a whole thing that Kamala Harris has a serious drinking problem. And then the whole of Twitter was talking about Kamala Harris having a serious drinking problem.
Wi-Fi and even USB outlets next to every seat. I mean, come on, imagine. You can charge your phone on your way home from work. That's good stuff.
So, I mean, people came up with this Kamala Harris drinks. Look, I have heard her speaking, and I mean, there are times where I think to myself, sure, she doesn't sound very coherent, but who knows? I tweeted and I said, look, it would be crazy if the Democrats went from running someone who was senile to running someone who's drunk. I mean, that's crazy. All right, lastly, before we go, I don't know if you guys have seen this. Let me quickly find it for you first before. Okay, let's quickly see this. I don't know if you guys have seen this. We have spoken about it before around linking an email address to your wallet, your crypto wallet. Now, the company that does that is Ethermail. There's a link over here. I want to show you what this is about. So basically what happens is hold on, let me just close all these things here. Basically what happens is you can link, and it's probably the future of email. The future of email is that your username and your wallet are going to be the same. And so people are going to be able to send you emails directly to your wallet based on what's inside, because you're defined by the actions of your wallet in crypto. And what happens here is that you can actually read emails, and while you're reading emails, you actually earn. So like here, Token 2049 in Singapore sent me an email, and I can, if I want to press this, I press the button and I read it, and as I've done that, I've earned 5 of their tokens. Now, I believe this is going to be the new standard of email. You need to start reading so that you start earning their tokens, right? And start getting familiar with how this email works. Go and check it out here. Go and check it out here. Just go and sign up one of your wallets. Go and check it out. Go and start earning a whole lot of free tokens. I think it's a really, really, really good service. All right, guys. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Short show today because I just think the markets are moving sideways. Well done for being here. Well done for being here. Let me know if you what you hear at Jackson's Hole or what Paul says at Jackson's Hole. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Until then, trade well, my friends.